So yeah, Sam's alive.
Sam's alive again. We went back in time. Bodine was just so insufferable that I had to kill him again.
There are multiple reasons to time travel.
I yield. I'd understand if you want to finish me off.
Oh.
I won't beg.
Okay.
I'll accept terms if you offer them, though. I can be an ally to you.
Okay, you have to help us kill Bodine.
More than fair. I know the way to his home up in Arrow Canyon. It can be a perilous route if you don't know the area. I can help.
Walker, he has a point. I sorta know the way to Arrow Canyon. I don't know it. Could be useful to keep Sam along.
What a coward.
It's okay. We saw that he was gonna backstab you in the future.
Alright, Walker.
Yes?
He surrendered. Why don't we give him a chance to redeem himself?
He's a thief and a murderer. He'll keep stealing and killing until someone puts him down. He'll never change, no matter how he spends it. I'll give him a quick death, and that's being generous.
But people can change, Walker, just like you. I think he's sorry for what he did.
Sorry won't bring my wife back. He can say sorry in hell for all I care.
My wife is dead. Yeah, I know. You mentioned that repeatedly, ad nauseum. Lee mentioned that Bodine is in Arrow Canyon. I don't know that area.
Well, we do know now, but as far as you know, we're unaware of that area.
Yeah.
You're the guide, so I'll trust your judgment. All right, Sam. You'll guide us to Bodine and help us kill him. You do all that, keep your word, and you're free. You owe this courier your life.
Thank you, Walker. I give you my word. You're a good man. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about what happened to Jessica. Wasn't right.
Don't you say her fucking name. Not ever. You're on thin ice, mutant. Don't push it.
He's leaving again.
Sam, I know you're a francophone, so let me put it to you in the language of King Louis.
Bye, Lee.
I know you like speaking French, so here's what the French do. They run away like the cowards.
Je comprends. Merci.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Great. His detached limbs. You love those. Come on. If you kill this guy, okay, is it possible to do this without Lee? I'm curious.
No, that was the summoning grenade. I summoned Lee.
You summoned a dead body.
No, I've summoned him. He's on his way over here.
Summon is not a synonym for kill.
See, look.
Oh, it's fine.
It summoned him.
All right.
Use the summoning grenade. Blows up, his body parts just fly everywhere. The summoning grenade seems to be... Lee, stop fucking running away!
We gotta talk to you. Shoot him in the leg so he can't run away.
Lee! Lee, we need to talk.
Oh, you big baby, you just got shot in the femoral artery. That's not fatal.
Oh, come on, it's only a 5.56. Those are 22 caliber bullets. The boomers tell me those aren't effective at all, Lee.
Whoa! Okay, now take up your position. Yep, good. And now.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Get back here! Lee! I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get Bodine.
I'm totally killing Lee again. I'm absolutely killing Lee.
No, you're
again.
not gonna try and get like the perfect ending where he lives.
I don't even know if that's possible. Thanks to Sam guidance, your party quickly reaches the outskirts of Arrow Canyon. Your traveling companions are well rested and in high spirits. For a bunch of people who all want to kill each other. They should be in fine form for the coming fight.
Oh, thank God. Can you imagine doing this without Sam? That would suck.
That would be awful. Before making your approach, you elect to camp in a narrow gorge some distance from the canyon entrance. This is an opportune moment to confer with the other party members before their final confrontation with Bodine.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. I'm gonna be rich tomorrow, eh?
I, for one, think this would be a fine time for a ghost story. Have you heard the tale of the talking dog?
I ate it already. Fine, tell your story.
Oh boy.
Our story begins with a duster-clad adventurer who wanders from town to town, assisting denizens of the wasteland. He is brave. He is noble. He happens upon a village. An ominous cloud lingers over the poorly built shanties. The inhabitants are sickly and timid, saying nary a word.
I'm a villager, nary a word.
Even the children cast their eyes downward. All is silent, save the shifting sheet metal and creaking wood. The adventurer is on guard.
Let me guess. Good Springs.
Everything happens at Good
Quiet.
Springs.
The adventurer nervously fondles his magnificent mustache. His hand is on his pistol, ready to draw, when a dog strolls into the square. The adventurer sighs in relief. He reaches to pet the beast, but recoils when he hears a deep, otherworldly voice say, "I have a secret."
Is it Balls the dog?
Stunned, the adventurer blurts out, "But you're a dog." The canine calmly replies, "That's the secret. I talk." The adventurer's apprehension begins to melt away as he scans the dog. He is utterly normal, save his heterochromia.
This is a good ghost story.
Hetero fucking what?
Eyes are a different color. Now shut up. The dog's eyes twitch with nervous energy. The adventurer begins to think he's found a new friend. He imagines the possibilities. A talking dog is a potent ally. It is at this moment that he notices the dog's gaze is fixated on his groin.
Uh-oh.
The townspeople begin to crowd around the duo. They are chanting in a strange language. The dog licks his chops. The adventurer shudders. He nervously sputters out, "So, what's your name?" The chanting grows louder. Thunder erupts overhead. The sky turns red. The dog grins and says, "Balls."
I knew it was Balls.
It was
Want
balls.
to know why? The adventurer's face is pallid. He is stiff with fear.
See, I told you it was Balls.
Urine begins to pool around his feet. He wills his quaking lips to form the words, "Why?" The dog inhales deeply. His eyes dance with excitement. The chants are now a deafening roar.
What did he say?
You gonna finish the story?
You can't leave us hanging.
Alright, great. Good story.
Yes,
You stopped the story halfway through?
Why didn't you finish your story?
it's frightening Peter. He suffers from anxiety.
Oh.
I don't want to exacerbate his condition. Besides, it's a grisly tale, not fit for the young.
Fear can be instructive. Finish the story.
Nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, we can finish the story another time.
On behalf of Peter, thank you. Sleep well.
You're welcome. I care more about this dog that I literally met 5 seconds ago than anybody else in this party.
Besides, I've already met Balls. I know what
yeah,
he says.
I've met Balls. He bites people in the balls.
Yeah,
that's,
it's called Balls because it's the first thing he bites.
That's the whole bit. That's the beginning and end of the bit, is that he bites your testicles.
Yeah. Well, good night, everybody, I guess.
Buddy Chicken is like a cat. He just goes wherever he can to keep warm.
He's a lab cat.
Yeah.
Yes?
Do you think you can beat Bodine?
Alone, it would be catch and go. Been in enough fights to know that luck is a factor. It's an uncomfortable truth, but that's the way it is. With you and Lee backing you up, yes, anything can happen, but I'd take those odds. Gonna be bloody no matter what.
Also, Sam's here.
Oh, Walker, I got a really good idea. Okay, so hear me out. What we do is we camp out here, and then anyone else that comes to kill Bodine, we kill them instead, right? Right. So then we let Bodine get to be really old, and then we put him into a substandard nursing home, so that while he's in this substandard nursing home, his mind is slowly decaying, and then we have to make sure that he does something really bad, so that he estranges his entire family, so that he spends the rest of his days alone, dying of old age in a nursing home. And then, right before he dies, we smother him to death with a pillow.
Which would be easy. We're already here in Arrow Canyon.
And then what happens after all this?
Haven't made up my mind. We've been working together for a while, so I wouldn't mind your input.
I think you should go back to being a lawman.
Really? Badge will feel a little heavier this time around, I think. Well, I just don't know. I'll think about it.
No, you should be a lawman. Oh, hey, wait a minute.
Yes?
You have any family?
One daughter who hates my guts, Hannah. Mr. Childhood in the service, then mostly worked nights once I was sworn in as sheriff. Hannah was a strong-willed girl. Definitely didn't mince words in our many arguments. She ran off with a dumb farm boy when they were 16. Last I heard, she had one boy and another on the way.
Oh, you're a grandpa.
They live near Goliad, doing real well.
Have you ever thought about contacting her?
She doesn't want anything to do with me, especially after what happened to Jessica. Reckon I'll stay away if that's what she wants.
You could just fucking call her and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, I miss you and I really care about you, but you know, that's stupid. That's dumb. What you should do instead is tell other people around her that you really miss her and that you want to talk to her. But don't actually talk to her and then put all of the onus for a type of communication on her instead of you actually doing anything, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, that what he said.
Don't look at me like that. That's definitely not an issue that I have in my life. I'm not projecting anything. Fuck you.
There's more to it. She saw the anger. Just before she ran off, she saw something something I regret every day. Jessica was threatening to leave me a few years back. So I hit her. Just one time, but there's no excusing it. Makes me sick to think about it. Sicker still that Hannah saw it. Now you know why she hates me.
Yeah, we hate you a little more now, too.
Yes?
Yes. What's with the dog? Or coyote?
Wild dog.
Coyotes are kind of cute. Like, I wish they weren't.
Feral?
Yeah, I wish they didn't think of you more as food than anything else. Also have rabies and mange and just be kind of gross in general.
Yeah. Actually, why do we like coyotes?
No, most people don't like coyotes. I think they're kind of cute, but I also wish they wouldn't eat all my fucking chickens.
Ah, Peter, my closest friend. I found him as a wandering, half-starved pup after his mother perished. Oh, he was a pitiful sight then. An unruly indigent wanted to eat him. I smashed his head with a rock and let Peter feast on his brains. I believe it enhanced his cognition.
I don't think so, but okay.
He's utterly loyal and a good companion, though combat is not his forte. More of a spectator than participant.
Oh, like Buddy
Good
Chicken.
nose, though.
Oh, like Lee.
How did you get mixed up with Bodine?
I enjoy stealing things. The challenge of remaining unseen, taking what I want, with none the wiser. It's indescribably gratifying.
Interesting that the mentally deranged super mutant is the most amenable out of all the people we've met so far.
Yeah. Well, you don't like Walker or Lee?
No, not particularly. Lee keeps running away from crap and thinks he's smarter than he actually is, like me. And Walker is kind of a piece of shit.
You're right, Sam is better. Sam is the best of us.
I have to ask, why Rubens?
Surely you jest. No? Very well.
I mean, I don't have to. You like the art you like.
He was a master. Not just a master, but criminally underappreciated, unjustly maligned, due to his association with the Counter-Reformation, too. He captured the energy, the movement of life, all our passions. Lust, hate, raw menace, pumping through muscles. Life is not still. Take the massacre of the innocents. Bared breasts, bloody swords,
Pretty good one.
dead babies, piles of dead babies.
Jesus.
It's our
Yeah.
beautiful, hideous reality. Yes, the world is a fine place and worth fighting for, but sometimes you have to step over dead babies. That's the lesson.
Yeah, most other painters aren't willing to go there, and he did, which is interesting. How did you get started as a safe cracker? Can you just, like, bonk the safe a bunch of times?
I wandered into a ghost town and found a pre-war bank with its vault intact. I became obsessed. It was the challenge. That's it. There's power in accessing something that's forbidden or sealed away. Many of them are time capsules. Soft hands are the key. You have to listen with your fingertips. My personal best is cracking a gruffutter in under 5 minutes.
A gruff udder? Oh, a graph under. Those big saves. Okay, those saves.
Are we gonna start talking about art stuff? Because we could. No, we're not. We're talking about safes now. I just started thinking about like the painting of the fall of Sodom.
He started talking about art, then you started thinking about art.
I started thinking about it. I started thinking about the John Martin painting of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, which is pretty good. Pretty good might kind of be an understatement. That one's. I mean, that's a pretty good one.
Man, listening to you guys talk about art makes me feel so uncultured.
Another paint. I really like the painting Island of the Dead, even though there's like multiple different versions of it.
How does that work? How are there multiple?
Well, it's because he basically the artist Arnold Brocklin, he did the painting The Isle of the Dead, and then he did like multiple versions that he sold like on the commercial market, and they all look very similar, but they all have like subtle differences, which is really interesting.
Oh, okay. It's the same image, but with slightly subtle differences. So he made the first NFTs.
But yeah, I really like that painting. That's actually in the Silent Hill 2 remake, that painting, which is neat because you go into the hospital in the Silent Hill 2 remake, and that painting is on the wall in like the hospital administrator's office, and it's one of the only paintings that isn't like fucked up. And then like the scene in the Isle of the Dead painting is kind of replicated later in the game. I love that game because there's so many levels to that game. I just like that painting in general, though. It's a really cool painting. A lot of people have kind of copied it.
Nice. I
don't know a lot about art history, but I know some stuff, and I know the kinds of things that I like.
You're more cultured than I am.
Who painted the, hang on just a second. Who painted...
Are you looking up artists on your Pip-Boy?
Yes.
That is a good use of your Pip-Boy. I wish I had a Pip-Boy.
I'm trying to find a specific thing.
Look up the elevation of the cross. That's my favorite.
It's not my favorite artwork, but I like the fact that when Michelangelo was painting the Sistine Chapel, at one point someone that was higher up in the Roman church showed up and was incredibly like disgusted at all the nude bodies that were being depicted. It was like, oh, I can't believe they're exposing themselves so shamefully, and that's no work for a chapel, but it should be in the public baths and the taverns. It's disgusting. Michelangelo then immediately painted the guy's face from memory as the scene of the judge of the underworld with donkey ears, and then had his nudity concealed with a coiled snake. And then supposedly that guy complained to the Pope. The Pope was like, oh, well, your jurisdiction doesn't extend to hell, so the painting's gonna have to stay there.
Forever immortalized in the Sistine Chapel.
Like, maybe don't bitch about one of the greatest painters of your time painting the thing you told him to paint. Anyway, whatever.
You know, Zach's pretty good at picking locks, too.
I'm okay at it.
Nothing like that click, is there? So satisfying.
Yeah.
Bodine proposed using a thermal lance at the Silver Springs Bank. I refused.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty fun to break into it. So what are you going to do after all this?
I'll continue wandering with Peter at my side, recovering art when I find it. I'll be more selective about my employers, though.
If you happen to find Automat by Edward Hopper, or just like any copies of Isle of the Dead, I would appreciate it.
My time in Jacobstown has been brief, but I've enjoyed it immensely. I'd like to rest there in between my travels. Permit me to inquire, what will you do? Any grand schemes for a wanderer like yourself?
We'll also be stealing art.
Us cowpokes, we take it as it comes.
One day at a time.
A veritable vaquero, that's what you are. Keep your powder dry, then. I sense grim tidings. Dark days may be ahead. Stay sharp. Oh, and if we should survive this bloody fracas, do look me up in Jacobstown. I can be an extra hand on your great cattle drive through the Mojave.
And you can join us for the final battle at Hoover Dam. Woo! You know, whenever we get around to it.
All right, well, I guess there's nothing else that needs to be done, so let's go to sleep.
See you in the morning. They have it. Can we talk to Lee? Probably not. I think you have to talk to Walker.
I mean, it's fun to watch him just keep having to sit down and then get back up again. Can you please stop? This really is doing a number on my knees. Please? Please just stop.
They're already 200 years old. They can't take this abuse.
Oh my god. If you do this one more time, I swear to god, my knee... Oh, for fuck's sake. Please stop doing this. 4 hours that time. Great. Please. No more. Why are you setting it to 6 hours? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Give us Walker!
Can you stop doing it in 1 hour increments? Oh, this is miserable.